This is the After Party, live with Kim McAllister. Pick a couch, grab a drink, and settle into the conversation.
Hey everybody, it is the After Party live on a Trivia Thursday. Thank you for being here. Hope you really enjoyed the Mark Thompson show. Show note, tonight, 5 p.m. is the Nikki Maduro show. It is cocktails, mocktails, and politics. That is live at 5 p.m. here on YouTube. The Nikki Maduro show. So I'm having some computer problems right now, and I had to reboot in between shows. Here's what happens to me. The cursor, I have one screen that's just video, and then I have the other screen down below where I do the news and I can see the pictures and click back and forth and see your chats. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at, your words and your comments and everything else. But the computer that I use for the video, randomly the cursor disappeared. So I have to reboot before I can log on to the show. Anyway, that's what happened. So my apologies for delaying everything. I just saw this come through. Thank you so much. This is from Cindy, and it is a $5 super chat. Love the space stories, but isn't it Trivia Thursday, not Tuesday? Did I write Trivia Tuesday? I did write Trivia Tuesday. Duh. It is Trivia Thursday. It turns out today is Thursday. Imagine that. Thank you, Cindy. I'll correct that issue when I'm not on. I'll correct it afterward, but thank you for noticing. Trivia Thursday is the day of the week, and that is what we will be doing. By request, I have math trivia, and I have some national park trivia as well. So hopefully these are categories that interest you, and we will get to that in just a little while. But thank you for the $5 super sticker and letting me know of my error. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Also, thank you to Wes, who pops in with $5 via the PayPal. The PayPal information is in the show description and in the About tab for the After Party live show here on YouTube. And that is the bread and butter of the show. So thank you for crowdfunding it and supporting it and keeping it on the YouTube air, as it were. Ricky Aubert says, I avoid calendars. Clearly, I need a calendar in here, is what I need. Yeah. Judy agrees with me. Her cursor disappears all the time and then reappears. It's annoying. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. Man. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's jump right into it since we don't have a lot of time. The first story that I'd like to share with you is about the Northern Lights and the potential return tonight of Northern Lights in California, Northern California, and other areas as well, possibly over Alabama. Yeah. The phenomenon could happen again tonight because of a powerful solar flare and coronal mass ejection being released from the sun, pictured here. This according to the National Weather Service's Space Weather Prediction Center. The severe solar storm, which was initially classified as a level 4, their levels go from 1 to 5, so that's not too shabby. It could disrupt communications, the power grid, satellite operations. The storm reached Earth at 11:17 a.m. Eastern Time today, has the potential to last through Friday. They say G3, or strong storm conditions, were observed just before noon today. They say the storm reached G4 conditions just before 1 p.m. Eastern. So, yeah, we'll see. I always get excited that we'll see the Northern Lights, and then I haven't. I always seem to miss it, but there's a possibility that it will happen tonight, so I think we need to be prepared just in case we get to see something really cool. Rarely happens in California, but it could. Speaking of which, huge thank you to Teacher Lori, who sent me this story with 32 pictures of auroras or northern lights taken from space. So I thought we could go through just a few of these because they're so incredible. The first one is a picture of the southern lights taken from the Challenger. This is a green aurora slicing through the southern hemisphere, somewhere between Antarctica and Australia. This was taken in 1985 aboard the Space Shuttle Challenger. The next one is over Moscow. Pretty beautiful. This is a northern lights swooping beneath the full moon. You can see the moon there toward the left. Moscow, they say, glows like a golden spider in the left of the frame. This was taken in 2014 by someone aboard the International Space Station. The next one is, I thought this is pretty interesting. The title of the picture is World-Eating Serpent. Check that out. It does look like a world-eating serpent, doesn't it? This is a green, nearly round aurora curling over the southern hemisphere like a giant serpent, taken with NASA's image satellite in 2005 in orbit more than 600 miles over the Earth. That's a beautiful picture. This is a aurora at solar maximum, which I think is interesting. The picture here is a green and red aurora snaking across the southern hemisphere, taken from the Space Shuttle Discovery in 1991, captured during solar maximum, the period of maximum solar activity in the sun's 11-year cycle, when outbursts are far more common. Here's another one, aurora with a dragon. Check this picture out. You can see the International Space Station here, and looking below, this green, orange, red auroral light taken in 2016. Then you can see the SpaceX Dragon resupply vehicle docking with the space station's Harmony module in the front here. This one is called Blood Red Aurora. And we won't look at all of them, but just a few of them that are pretty interesting. That's kind of creepy and oogie. This is an aurora that's red and purplish, hovering over the Earth. This was taken aboard the ISS in 2001. And scientists say it's the red auroras happen when charged solar particles slam into oxygen atoms high in the atmosphere, briefly exciting them. And then when the atoms return to their unexcited state, they emit red light as a byproduct. This next one is called Sinuous Northern Lights. This is a northern lights curling through the southern hemisphere again, taken from the Space Shuttle Discovery in 1991. This one's called Sparkling Cities. How pretty is this? Beautiful. Splotchy cities in Russia and Ukraine sparkle beneath the northern lights, and this one from January of 2019, and you can see fields of snow and ice visible from space here as well. This one is called Aurora at Sunrise. This one might be my favorite. Look how pretty that is. You see the lights of the cities, and then above it, a blue streak, a pink streak, and then a green streak. So beautiful. The sunrise creeping over the horizon as European cities twinkle in pre-dawn light. The image captioned by an Italian astronaut aboard the International Space Station in 2015. Here's an aurora with a vortex. Check this one out. Interesting. This is over the Gulf of Alaska. The image taken from the Endeavour while the space shuttle was docked with the International Space Station in 2008. Check this one out. Aurora with Orion. Multicolored aurora spiking toward the constellation Orion while the southern hemisphere sleeps below. Taken from Endeavour, 1994. Southern lights at sunset. Beautiful. Just ethereal, really. This is taken from the International Space Station in 2003. Here's one called the Sea of Green. And indeed it is. The Indian Ocean became a sea of green as the southern lights, they say, doused the atmosphere overhead, taken by a Japanese astronaut aboard the International Space Station in 2021. Here's another beautiful picture called Waves of White. This is over the southern hemisphere. Astronauts taking this one from the Space Shuttle Columbia in 1994. The next one I have is called Rainbow Atmosphere. Check that out. This is orange, green, red slices. Southern hemisphere, taken from the International Space Station in 2016. Just beautiful. I have a couple left. This one, Aurora over Canada. So pretty. This is from January of 2016 aboard the ISS. The dark foreground shows Banff and Jasper National Parks, the bright city lights of Edmonton and Calgary in the distance. Here's one called Blue Planet. I mean, wow. It looks like a misty sea of turquoise and green. Just so pretty. The image shows off the Earth's reputation, they say, as the blue planet, taken from the International Space Station in 2014. So beautiful. You can see the ocean there and the green auroras. And lastly, this is Aurora and the Milky Way. Yeah, I thought that was so beautiful. You can see the stars of the Milky Way here shimmering above a green aurora. This was taken in 2012 aboard the International Space Station, which you can see at the bottom of the space station at the top of the image there. So it's the space station, the Milky Way, the aurora, the Earth. Wow. So beautiful. Well, from the mystical, beautiful things about our planet to something horrifying. Ew! This couldn't be more nightmarish to me, honestly. More nightmarish. This is a horrifying record. I'm not a spicy person, and so hot sauce to me seems awful. This is a speed eating competition where this guy put down 2 pounds, 7 ounces of hot sauce in 3 minutes. He's a Canadian speed eater. I'm telling you, his name is Mike Jack. He's got multiple Guinness World Records in different varieties of speed eating and drinking. He breaks the record for the most hot sauce eaten in 3 minutes. And he did it the same day he broke the record for the fastest time to drink a Capri Sun with a paper straw. He did it at the Guinness World Records headquarters in London. But he used a spoon to eat 2 pounds, 7 ounces of sriracha hot sauce, 3 minutes or less. He said, "People say your butt must burn a lot after you did that challenge. I've actually never experienced butt burn before. It's a genetic mutation. It's my superpower, I guess." Well, then I guess he's the perfect guy to eat this. I'm being gross, just gross. But hey, maybe he won some money and he certainly won a world record. So there you go. I have to show you this just because it's interesting. This video of a meteor. Let's see if I can find it. Hold on for just a second. It's this video of a meteor streaking through space. And I think I have it for you. Hold on for just a second. I wanted to show it to you just because it's interesting. Yeah, suspected meteor lighting up the early morning sky. And this is right over Australia. And it seems like people that were driving managed to catch this on their dashboard cameras or cell phone cameras. But here's what it looked like when this thing happened.
For planning advice, just visit Jacaranda
I'll turn the sound off. You can see it. There it is, there in the corner. They think it burned up over the atmosphere and that there are no pieces or chunks left. But you can see it streaking through the sky. There it is, and coming right down. Yeah, what a thing to see. So they think that was a meteor. Some other video that I have for you. You know, we've been talking a lot today, especially on the Mark Thompson show, about what happened with Hurricane Milton. Really glad to see that Wes is okay and Audrey okay as well, our Florida brothers and sisters. You guys have been on my mind. But one of the things that I was reading about is the risk of alligators in floodwaters. You know, it floods in California. We have maybe hazardous chemicals to worry about. You guys have hazardous chemicals and things that bite you. So this is a video of an alligator lunging out of the floodwaters after Hurricane Milton and biting a vehicle's tire. This, I have to show it to you just because it's like, oh my gosh, really? So scary. Check it out. Here's this maintenance crew, and boom, here comes that. See that gator? There he goes, biting the tire. I'm telling you, scary as all get out. See if there he is. You can see him right there. Well, I'll let the video roll. Yeah. You guys have a whole other things to contend with. I'm telling you, super, super scary. So this happened with Hurricane Milton in the floodwaters. That was what you just saw, this alligator lunging out of the floodwaters, biting the tire of a Florida waste management company's vehicle. They say that they were driving through the floodwaters in the Riverbend neighborhood of north of Fort Myers when they had this encounter with this alligator. They were taking video of the floodwater at the time when they got this moment that gator lunged out of the water, kind of deep water covering the road, and the gator tried to eat the tire there on the maintenance vehicle. The vehicle wasn't badly damaged and they kept driving and managed to get away. But this is a whole nother set of challenges in Florida. Speaking of challenges, how about these hungry raccoons? Here's what happens when you feed animals. This is a bad scene. That's why they say, never feed the raccoons. This woman in Washington, who apparently has been feeding raccoons near her home for 35 years, ends up calling animal control when she finds her home surrounded by more than 100 raccoons. This happened in Poulsbo in Kitsap County. This woman had been giving food to raccoons for 35 years. 6 weeks ago, dozens of them showed up on her property. She says they often will surround her day and night demanding food because once you start feeding them, they're going to want more, right? She says she's been quoted prices as high as $500 per raccoon to trap them and relocate them. So she calls the sheriff's department. They refer her to the Fish and Wildlife Department for the state of Washington. Those folks put her in touch with local wildlife operators. They say that feeding raccoons could create some pretty undesirable situations for you, your pets, your kids, everyone living near you, that when you feed them, they lose their fear of humans. And they keep coming back, and they get a little more aggressive every time. Yeah, when they're not fed as they are expected, they get mad, really mad. So, I thought I had video to show you, but it's not popping up. But this woman's house, there's just raccoons everywhere. It's the craziest thing. It's like they've taken over her whole property. Wild. Yeah. I have a story for you about eelgrass. And this one is kind of another one of those new materials, but the material in this case is not new. The eelgrass might be the next big bio-based building material, which is interesting because people have been using eelgrass for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. There is an island in Denmark called Laso, and this is where eelgrass thatching is created and continues to this day. So the eelgrass is apparently endangered. You can't go pick it out of the ocean. So the people in Denmark collect it from the shore as it washes up. And it ends up hardening and forming air pockets like paper mache to retain its structure. It repels rain, it resists fire, it resists rot. And they've known this for centuries in Denmark. And they have an eelgrass thatching technique that they have used on historic cottages like the one you see here. They say that this eelgrass thatching technique will restore and protect historic windswept homes framed with wood for another 350 years here. There are 36 homes, the world's very last, topped with eelgrass roofs, all of them on this Danish island. And this is why this island, Læsø, is on the UNESCO World Heritage Site, because of the eelgrass and what happens here. And so there's now a push looking at this centuries-old technique as to whether it could be something that we could use now, because it's better than concrete, it's better than all kinds of things, and it doesn't pollute. So it turns out when naturally uprooted by the wind, dried, and used as a building material outside of the water, eelgrass continues to store carbon pollution and prevents it from entering the environment, which again beats cement, steel, and aluminum now used for building, by far the largest emitter of greenhouse gases, accounting for 37% of global emissions. And this is really interesting because eelgrass is capable of removing carbon dioxide from the environment up to 35 times faster than rainforests. It holds up to 10 times as much as an equivalent area of forest. This according to an Environmental Protection Agency report from 2023. They call it blue carbon storage, crucial to maintaining healthy marine ecosystems and reducing acidification to help keep the climate stable. It's all produced seed by photosynthesis on the sunlit shallow seafloor. The saltwater blades absorb marine minerals, filtering water, removing nitrogen, and providing a critical habitat and nursery for sea creatures. And then the eelgrass holds that carbon. It just keeps it, even once it washes up on the shore. So first, before we figure out how we may use eelgrass in a more widespread way, scientists have to figure out and try to restore the loss of eelgrass from pollution, from human activity, and from climate change. Mold wiped out 90% of eelgrass on the east coast of the United States and Europe in the 1930s. Seagrass is still abundant in parts of North America's west coast, and places like Alaska, Mexico, Baja California have experienced a global decline of 29% since the 1700s, which is interesting. So we have to figure out how to bring it back, maybe starting from seed. But if we could figure out how to bring it back, this could be something pretty incredible. So, these, by the way, this roof you see here, this is a 350-year-old roof that they just last. I mean, you look at the roofs that we have now, maybe lasts 40, 50 years, and these last a really long time, which is so interesting to me because it looks like something that would blow away, but it's hard and thick and waterproof and durable. So, okay, I want to make sure we have enough time for trivia. I have put together some really good questions on this Thursday. It is Trivia Thursday, not Tuesday, here on the After Party Live. Are you guys ready for it? Yeah. Here we go. I have a lot of questions for you. Y'all ready? Get your typing fingers ready to rock and roll. The first question is in the math category, and it is, what is the smallest two-digit prime number? What is the smallest two-digit prime number? As B.A. Ware says, please hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you. I love all the different color thumbs in the world. Uncle Jim has it first. It is 11. You got it. Rose. You guys asked me for it. I never would have done math. This is by request. Jennifer has it as well. Harry throwing it down. B.A. Ware, Jim Lou, a smarty. Linda, Walnut, George, S.J. Lola. You guys are great. Ricky says, I suck at trivia and math. Oh, no. I have national parks coming up, so maybe you'll do better than, at that category. What is the first perfect number? The first perfect number. Here's a hint for you. A perfect number is a positive integer equal to the sum of its positive divisors, excluding the number itself. I wouldn't be able to answer this one. What is the first perfect number? Yes, B.A. Ware, 6. And Wes throwing it in with 6. Jim has it. Trevor has it. God, I love the smart people. Look at you guys. Uncle Jim, Harry. You guys are awesome. Okay, next one. What is the first abundant number? What is the first abundant number? You want a hint? An abundant number is a positive integer for which the sum of its proper divisors is greater than the number. What is the first abundant number? Yes, it is 12. It is 12. Oh, did I miss somebody having it first? I'm sorry. Nolophidian, did I skip you? My bad. I didn't scroll back far enough. I'm sorry about that. I think B.A. Ware is the first to have the first abundant number. It is 12. 12 from Harry. 12 from Walnut Creek. And this must be new math. No, it's not. This is not new math. Okay, next one. How can you quickly tell if a number is divisible by 9? How can you quickly tell if a number will be divisible by 9? Add its digits. That is, I will accept that answer because, yes, kind of divisible by 9. The answer to this question is this. The sum of the digits will equal 9 or will be a multiple of 9. So both of those answers are indeed correct. 32, 40, 48, 54. All multiples of what number? 32, 40, 48, 54 are all multiples of what number? Bye, Ricky O'Bear. We'll see you soon. 8 is correct. Chris from Menlo Park gets it. And Judy gets it. Cranky gets it. Nice. Walnut gets it. I see you. Nicely done. It is indeed 8. What is the formula for finding the area of a rectangle? What is the formula for finding the area of a rectangle? Did I get that wrong? You know, we're never supposed to question trivia, but now I have to go to my calculator and find out. Hold on. Well, I think you're correct. What kind of trivia am I doing? That was incorrect. The question was incorrect. We'll strike the last question from the record. What is the formula for finding the area of a rectangle? It is length times width. Yes, Harry has it. Length times width. Phineas has it. Nullifidian had it. I think Calvin had it. To scrolling back further. Length times width, says S.J. Lola. I think you guys mostly got this one. Well done. And you're correct, Uncle Jim. My apologies on that. Length times width. That's correct. The next one is, how do you find the perimeter of a rectangle? How do you find the perimeter of the rectangle? Not the area, the perimeter. Or ask my 10-year-old. That's pretty much what they're doing in math right now, right? Yeah. Add all the sides. Everybody says add all the sides. And that is correct because the answer is the perimeter equals twice the length plus twice the width, or P equals 2L plus 2W. What type of parallelogram has all sides equal in length? What type of parallelogram has all sides equal in length? What's it called? Chris from Menlo Park, first to the punch. Rhombus is the right word. It is indeed a rhombus. Jim gets it as well. Nullifidian has it. It is, be aware, a rhombus. And not, however, a martini, although we will be having those this evening with the Nikki Maduro show. The next one, the formula A equals pi r square finds the area for what shape? The formula A equals pi r square finds the area for what shape? Oh, Chris says square is technically correct. Okay. I defer to you, sir. This is correct. A circle is the right answer. Jim throws it down. Area of a circle, says Chris. Cranky has it. Walnut has it. Jennifer has it. Pardon me. Let me take a sip of my Coachella Valley iced tea. Yes, it is a circle. Well done, SJ Lola and Wes. Area of a circle, says Dan. Right on, sir. And Trevor, you guys got that one. Okay. The Babylonians used what base number system? We still use it today for measuring time and angles. The Babylonians used what base number system? And again, we still use it today for measuring time and angles. What system is it? Yeah, Nullifidian. It is the base 60 number system. The base 60. Be Aware has it as well. Walnut. Trevor rocking it. Jim says 60. Harry does as well. There you go. Next one. What is the point 0, 0 called on a coordinate system? What is the point 0, 0 called on a coordinate system? It is the what? Yeah. Wes has it first, I think. It is the origin. It is the origin. 0, 0 is the origin. Wes has it. Chris has it. Yep. Nullifidian, throwing it down. Teacher Lori, origin is correct. You put an AL on the end, but I'll give it to you. Dan has it as well. B.A. Ware has it. Blue Spark throwing it in there too. It is the origin. But I think home works. Doesn't home work? Home is kind of where you originate, so hey. The word mathematics comes from what Greek word which means that which is learned? The word mathematics comes from what Greek word which means that which is learned? You and me both, Rhonda. I'm telling you, this is not my category. That's okay, though. I'm learning. When we don't know the answer, we take it as a learning experience, right? Yeah. Aloha, by the way. Math. V.A. Ware says mathema, and that is the correct answer. The word is mathema, Greek for that which is learned. What is the name of the ratio found in nature that has been used in art and architecture for centuries? And this is a multiple choice, all right? So I have some choices for you guys. And they are Archimedes constant, the golden ratio, the duplicate ratio, Euler's number. What is the name of the ratio found in nature that has been used in art and architecture for centuries? Is it Archimedes constant, the golden ratio, the duplicate ratio, or Euler's number? It is indeed. See if I can scroll back to where this first began. Chris, throwing it in. Golden ratio. Colleen says golden. I'll take golden. Jennifer says golden rule. I'll take golden. Be Aware says it's golden. Dan has it. I would have answered Fibonacci as well, but this is the golden. It's a ratio, I guess. Golden is correct. Golden, golden, golden. Everybody who said golden, you got it. Where was the concept of zero first developed? Ancient India, Mayans, Greeks, Mesopotamia. Where was the concept of zero first developed? Was it in ancient India? Was it the Mayans? Was it the Greeks? Or was it in Mesopotamia? The concept of zero. A lot of people saying India. Yeah. Arabia. India. I got a Mayans. I got a Greece. Harry, I think Harry's the first one to have it. It is Mesopotamia. Harry gets it. Walnut Creek gets it. Yeah, it is Mesopotamia. They were the first to come up with the concept of zero. How many perfect shapes did the Greeks believe there were? 6, 5, 4, or 3? How many perfect shapes did the Greeks believe that there were? 6, 5, 4, or 3? Bonus if you can name them. The correct answer has been thrown down by Nullifidian. It is 5 perfect shapes. Rev had it as well. Who else has it? I think you meant to type, 5. Dan has it. Trevor says square, circle, equilateral, triangle. Here's what they say are the 5 perfect shapes. Tetrahedron, cube, octahedron, dodecahedron, and icosahedron. I've never even seen that one. How many sides does an ennead-deacon have? Ennead-deacon. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. This is how completely ignorant I am of this. Here's what this word looks like. How many sides does that have? Ennead-decagon. Ennead-decagon. Right? Ennead-decagon. For people that are listening on the podcast, Enneadecagon. Ennead-decagon. How many sides does that have? What do you think? Uncle Jim, to the rescue. It has 19 sides. Where does the information live in your brain? How do you have so much of it stored in there? Upon your passing, they should really examine you to figure out how you got so smart. 19 sides, exactly. Not that I'm rooting for your passing or anything. I'd like to keep you around as long as possible. 19 is correct. Yeah. Look at that. I wouldn't have known it. There you go. We're coming to the end of math, just to let you know. What is the name of the symbol used in division? What is the name of the symbol used in division? I didn't even know it had a name. I call it the dividing doohickey. Yeah. What is the name of the symbol used in division? Let me go back and see if you guys have it. You would think divisor? Yeah, no, it's not the name. It has an official name. Who knew? Who knew? Yes. Uncle Jim again, it's an obelus. And a solidus. He gives us a bonus answer here. Obelisk is the word I was looking for. Walnut Creek has it as well. It is the obelisk. Obleus. Obelisk. Or Obelus is the way the official spelling. What is the shape of a football? What is the shape of a football? This is the last math question of the day. We've come to the end of mathematics. What is the shape of a football? Another question I would not have been able to answer, I have to tell you. Prolate something. Yes, it is a prolate something. Half credit. It is a prolate spheroid as noted by, who had it? Walnut Creek Adult Softball. It is a prolate spheroid. Harry has it as well. Yeah, it's a prolate spheroid. I don't know how you people know these things. Okay, next one. What president signed the act creating the National Park Service in 1916? What president signed the act creating the National Park Service in 1916? Yeah, no Googling. Wilson is correct, be aware. It was Woodrow Wilson that signed that act. The deepest lake in the United States is located within which national park? Wilson, who else got that? Chris had it as well. Uncle Jim had it. Nice. Deepest lake in the United States located within which national park? It is indeed Crater Lake. Colleen first with that one. B.A. Ware has it as well. Linda and Jennifer. Chris has it. Harry has it. Well done. It is Crater Lake. B.A. Ware says, I was just reading about Crater Lake last month. Yeah. Not the deepest in the United States, just within a national park. Correct. That is correct. Which became America's first national park under a directive from President Ulysses S. Grant? Which became America's first national park under a directive from President Ulysses S. Grant? The park is called? Yes. It is the nation's first national park. Colleen says yes, Yellowstone. That's right. Nullifidian has it. Jennifer has it. B.A. Ware has it. Trevor has it. Chris has it. Linda, Yellowstone is the correct answer. Which national park is 95% underwater? Is it Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, Pinnacles National Park, Biscayne National Park, or Everglades National Park? Which national park is 95% underwater? Hawaii Volcanoes, Pinnacles, Biscayne, or Everglades? It is Biscayne National Park that is 95% underwater. I would have thought it would have been the Everglades as well. A lot of people saying Everglades. It's Biscayne. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, the next one is, which national park is known for its rugged rock formations and contains one of the world's richest fossil beds, permitting scientists to study the evolution of mammal species like the horse, the rhino, and the saber-toothed cat? It's a national park known for its rugged rock formations and has one of the world's richest fossil beds. What's it called? Jennifer has it. It's the Badlands. Oh, sorry. It's the Badlands. Yes, that's correct. It is indeed Badlands. It just sounds like a dangerous place. The Badlands. What causes the blue haze for which Great Smoky Mountains National Park is named? What causes the blue haze for which Great Smoky Mountains National Park is named? Might have to give you this one. I don't know. Boss smoke. Fireplaces, pine turbines, fog, coal smoke. All fine answers. Okay, I'll give you the answer to this one. It is a photochemical process where vapor molecules released by the mountain's vegetation scatter blue light from the sky. How cool is that? Which band put out an album called The Joshua Tree in 1987? Which band put out an album called The Joshua Tree in 1987? Yes, Colleen has it. It's U2. That's right. Well, everybody has it at once. Yes, U2. I knew you guys would get that one. That's probably the only one I would have gotten. It is U2. What national park is home to the longest cave system in the world? You know, we're big fans of caves on the After Party Live. What national park is home to the longest cave system in the world? Yeah, Jennifer, it is Mammoth. Mammoth is correct. Be Aware also has Mammoth. And Mammoth from Linda as well. Yeah, it is the Mammoth Cave National Park located in Kentucky. And we'll wrap it up now for the day with the last and final question on national parks. Who was the only American president, don't Google it, to work as a national park ranger? Test yourself. This is one of those you either know it or you don't, right? Who was the only American president to work as a national park ranger? Which is kind of cool. It was, that's just a typo. It was Ford is correct. It was Ford. Be Aware says correcting it. Ford, yes. It was Gerald Ford who worked as a national park ranger. How cool is that? And thus concludes Trivia Thursday, which I'll correct in the caption after the show. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I hope you had some fun. As you can see here, I take requests. So if you have a request for Travel Tuesday or a Waterfall Wednesday, or you have a request for Hide in Your Cave Monday, or a trivia topic for Trivia Thursday, please email it to me, kim@theafterparty.live. I'll throw it up here. I don't know if it makes a difference, but let me do that. It is kim@theafterparty.live. Or, here it is. Sorry, I should have had that typed up ahead of time. There you go. You can reach me either of these two ways. kim@theafterparty.live, or you can see 2 M's, 2 C's, and 2 L's and kimmcallister@gmail.com. I always welcome emails. And huge thank you to Teacher Lori for throwing the really cool pictures of the auroras from taken from space, the pictures. So appreciate it. Yeah, you can always contact me. I love to hear from you guys anyway. So thank you. Thank you so much to Wes for the $5 super sticker, to Cindy for the comment and the correction and the $5 super sticker as well. I'm going to see you in just a couple hours here, 5 p.m., The Nikki Maduro Show. Cocktails, mocktails, politics, and a lot of fun. So I do hope that you will join for that. Between now and then, make it a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here on YouTube in just a little while. Bye, everybody.
The After Party Live would like to thank the following contributors and viewers like you.
So noted, Josh. Thank you. I hear that, Rhonda. Cheerio, friend. Maybe we should have Winery Wednesdays. I like it.